Hello, everyone. My name is Boris Polania. I work for near DevHub. We're basically near the developer DAO, and I will talk about today about the BOS. So let's talk a little about that. The blockchain operating system is basically a common layer for browsing and discovery web experiences, right? What this means is this is a decentralized front-end platform. It's like instead of deploying to Vercel or whatever, you just deploy here. It's 100% decentralized, so you cannot be censored, you cannot be taken down, and is based on React components. And that's basically what the BOS actually does. So I will show a little the technology stack here. So the BOS is like the base layer, and you can use any blockchain on the backend. It doesn't have to be near. You can connect to Ethereum or any EVM compatible that can be called through ETHGlobal. And then you can have like the data platform, the discovery platform, and your components that you develop, they sit on top. So what is a component? Basically, these are small applications, and you develop and React-like. And once you develop, you just deploy it to BOS, and the BOS do the composing. So you can basically put it available on the network. There are so many dev tools. We have the IDEs, we have the open source, we have the documentation, and that's where I'm heading now. So let me see. Let's talk a little about the hackathon. We have a $10,000 bounties, $10,000 in bounties. We have one first place of one, second places of two, and three third places of one. The only thing you need to do is to deploy a component in BOS. The backend doesn't have to be near. Just the component has to be deployed on BOS. I will show a couple of samples later of components deployed on BOS with the backend on near, with the near smart contracts, or with components based on deploy in other blockchains in Ethereum. Okay, so first I will give you a general architecture of how a BOS application works. So the main component is the website, and then you will have multiple components, right? In this specific image, the feed, the text box is it's called the components widget, the time ago widget, the comment, everything is a widget, right? So that's how you create your website on your front end on BOS. I will go a little more. So I will show you a little more, the basic widgets. We have created some widgets so you can easily use for everyone. So the basic widget, this one, is easy to see. As you see, it's just declaring some variables, and this is running on BOS. What you're seeing here, this is running on BOS, right? So you just create some variables, and then you call it the same way you will call information or in React, right? So if we change the Anna for Boris, it will update automatically. So this is the kind of widgets you can develop. This is very basic. I will show later. There are many everything that is deployed in BOS is open source and can be forked. So these are just the basic we created when we developed the documentation. So we have an image uploader. We have one that manages Markdown, overlays. Like, let me show you how the overlays. So basically, this is standard overlays. So you will see more, but these are the basic ones. But I don't have much time, so I want to go to the basic, how do you actually deploy a component in BOS, right? So you will, let me see. In the documentation, you will see if you want to get this, you want to get the links, you will get the links to the online IDEs or the local IDEs. So we have online IDEs this way. So this is basically you can code your component on the left side, and then you can see the preview of what you're doing. It's very easy, very standard. So that's it. And when you're ready, you just go ahead and publish. You click here and publish. It will ask you for, it will show you the transaction. You will save data. Since I didn't change data, it won't ask for gas. But if I were to change, I'll show you later, it will ask for gas. As you know, Near is a layer 1. It's very, very low gas, very fast. So it would cost way less than a cent to deploy. It depends on the size, but many of the basic components you will do at the beginning will be very, low gas. But you can also use your local IDE, right? You can use Visual Studio, or you can, for example, use Cursor. So let me show you how is. You just need to install the plugin. You just find it, and it's there either in Cursor or in VS, and you just create a new. Let's go. So ETHGlobal New York JSX. You put it there. Let's take some basic some basic code here. So we start somewhere. Put it here, and then let's ask the ChatGPT to, add a drop down menu. We wait for it, and then you just wait for it. Sorry about that. So that you just copy paste it or whatever you want to do, or you can code it yourself, whatever. So you put it here, you save it, and you publish it. You can cancel. You can see the preview here in the same, you will see it here. And then you just go ahead and publish the component. Here, it will ask, it's a new component. It will ask for gas. So you will have to have a Near wallet or my Near wallet. They are very easy to set up, standard wallets, nothing crazy there. Sorry, I'm assuming you know some basic crypto. So once it's approved, it will tell me here that it's ready, and then so I will just go ahead and find my global this is New York. ETHGlobal what? I cannot see it. I lost it. I don't know what's happened. Oh, it's in the other one. So it's called ETHGlobal New York City. Anyways, so that's here. New York City. It's like to find it. No, I cannot find it. Probably it's a little slow, the internet. But it should be published, and then you will be able to see it. So let's try to see what, in case the internet is a little slow. Let's try it again. Okay. Yeah, so let's try. If it's not, well, never mind. So all right, it's a little slow, but then here you will find it, and you will see it. This is the one I use for the workshop. It's a little slow. So it would show here, and you will be able to, so you will see the source, and you will see it live here. So basically, that's how you deploy a component into BOS. So basically, you can do it on the online IDE. You can do it on your IDE BS based IDE, and then you just polish it. That's basically what we are asking for the submission, right? You deploy a BOS component, and that's another part. So then you can. There's two ways you can do this. If you are here, so you can interact with Near smart contracts here. For example, or you can interact with other non like Ethereum smart contract, right? So for that, you can basically use EtherGS and then you set up your network. You have to be EVM compatible. So you basically set up the ETHGS and you just call it the same way you will use their ETHGS in React. So this is the one that connects to Lido. As you see, it's a standard. Then you just call the ETHGS, you set the network, you get your approvers. It's the same thing. So you just use as ETHGS was working there. So you just don't need to add anything else. Just use ETHGS as to connect the smart contracts. Or you can see that this is a basic component. You will see it here. If you just call ethers, is pre-installed. You don't need to import it or anything else. And then you can call, you can set up the network. If you don't want to use Ethereum, you want to use other EVM compatible, you just change the network and the ID and whatever you need, and you just can call smart contracts in another network. Or you can use near smart contracts. Would be better, simpler, faster. But you are not tied to use it on near smart contract. Talking with near smart contract and Rust is beyond the scope of this presentation. But if you stop by, and you're new to Rust, new to smart contracts in near, you just come and we can help you with that. So yeah, so this, and then if you have on a backend, you don't want to do the backend in any blockchain, it's still valid, right? You just need what we're asking for the hackathon is to have the front end working on BOS, right? If you go to the applications page, you will see many components. Every single component can be forked, so you can reuse the code. You can see the examples. For example, 1inch has a component running on BOS when you can do the swap. So this is a 1inch component. You can easily get the fork it and use the code as you need it, or you can go through all the the long list of components that we have. You see here there are many components here. You can just check what other people are doing and reuse them as you wish. So that's the basic idea. That's what we want for the hackathon. We are there. If you need some support in deploying BOS, just let us know. This is if you need gas money, if you need some near to start deploying, just ping me on Twitter and we send you a code. You will give you more than enough. Because BOS is mostly mainnet, so you need, you can use a facet. You need some actual near. So ping me and I will send you some nears, so you have enough to be able to code during the hackathon. And as I mentioned before, there are $10,000 in prizes. Stop by and beyond that, having your front end deployed in a decentralized platform is what this is all about, right? Like real decentralization, not having to rely on centralized entities. I think you should give it a look. This is working, and people so far you will see there are many components and a lot of projects and jumping into this because they have the benefits of not having to rely. And at the end, even in cost wise, you will see it's more convenient than the centralized options. So yeah, give it a try. We are on the booth. We can do any technical support you need, help you with the first component, help you with the near you need to deploy, whatever you need. That's it. I leave this here in case you need it. And I hope to see you there. You can get some swag too. And see you there. Thank you.